If you've clicked on this video, you probably want 2025 to be a better year than last year, not just for yourself, but for your business. I'm Thomas, I'm a medical doctor, and I'm building my own online brand. I built it to 137 people last year, but often I would feel stressed out, overwhelmed, doing all these small tasks and never getting into the deep creative stuff that we know makes us feel more fulfilled and get work done better. Because if you're watching this video, you don't have a lot of time. You want to maximize the productivity for the little time that you have. And that's where the concept of deep work comes into. So in this video, I'm going to break down what deep work is and how you can implement it into your life. And it works if you have a full-time job like me as a full-time doctor, or if you have just full days where you want to maximize your time. But what is deep work? Deep work is the ability to work on one thing at one time. This is something that pushes your intellectual capacity. This is where you do your most creative work. It was first coined by Newport. He wrote a book on this called Deep Work, and it contrasts to shallow work, which is the work that leaves you feeling stressed, burnt out, getting small superficial stuff done, but not the most important stuff. Actually doing the deep work is the most important skill of the 21st century, because if you can master it, you can practice your ability to focus and get the hard stuff done. Everyone can do the shallow work. You know, we're constantly in a world of distractions and social media. So let's talk about how we can actually implement this deep work into your year. There's 4 strategies that Cal Newport outlines. I'm going to tell you them. So number 1 is the journalistic approach. This is just incorporating it into your day. So if you've got a free 20-minute, 30-minute period, you're going to just switch your mind, set a timer, and engage in your focused work. This is quite hard because it's hard to switch from, say, a meeting or you're on your phone to just going into deep work. And that switching is very hard to master. It works for some people, and you can definitely try and increase your deep work in the day, but I don't recommend it to start off with. I would recommend another strategy, which is probably a more popular one. It's called a rhythmic deep work strategy. So this is where you wake up in the morning and do your 1 hour of deep work. Every morning you do your 1 hour of deep work, and that way you build a routine and a habit. You know, a lot of successful entrepreneurs do this rhythmic approach. Alex Hormozi, Matt Gray. The other thing that Alex Hormozi does, this brings me on to the 3rd strategy, is a bimodal technique. So this is where you do your deep work on certain days and then your shallow work on some other days. Alex Hormozi, he does all of his meetings, all of his tasks on a Monday, which frees him up from Tuesday to Sunday to just do his most important stuff, which for him is writing his books. Let's go on to the 4th point. The 4th strategy is the monastic approach. People like Ali Abdaal implement this. A lot of people implement this, like Bill Gates as well. He used to go on think weeks where he would go off for 1 week at a time. He would do this 3 weeks in a year, and famously he came up with the idea that he needed to embrace the internet revolution and associate Microsoft with that, which was obviously very successful in one of these think weeks. So it basically means you go off on a holiday, a mini holiday, a week, 2 weeks, you know, a long amount of time, and just blocking out distractions for that period of time and just doing your most important work, your deep work sessions. So I think there's a mixture you can choose from, whether it's the rhythmic approach, which is your baseline, but also incorporating journalistic, switching to deep work tasks whenever you can, but also maybe scheduling some week-long breaks or even weekend breaks, the monastic approach. And over time, you could also, you know, schedule in full days as well using the bimodal approach. So in this way, you can fill your weeks, months, and year with deep work. And this will allow you to actually get your most important stuff done and grow your business fast. So now I'm going to just tell you a few personal strategies to allow you to actually stay consistent with this technique, and that is tracking it. So you're not going to just go from 0 to 4 hours of deep work just like that. And I say 4 hours because they reckon studies have shown, so they did a study on people practicing violins, and they actually found that 4 hours of deep work is the maximal capacity humans can engage in deep work. After that, it becomes counterproductive. You don't learn as fast. So you really want to only be aiming for 4 hours as your maximum. But at the start, if you can do 25 minutes, 30 minutes, up to 1 hour, that's how you start. So how can you do this? You want to track this. You want to make the intention, and then you want to track it. And with tracking it, you're going to build up a routine. You also want to reflect on your deep work sessions. What went well? What didn't? Were you in the right environment? Were there distractions that came up? What could you do better? How focused were you? And this allows you to learn faster. And then you make a new intention for the next day, the next week. This is how you get better at focusing, better at scheduling, and then increasing your time. You also want to reward yourself as well. So deep work isn't about just the discipline to do it. You want to learn to get fulfillment out of it, to enjoy it. And this is hard at the start when you're not familiar with it, when you're not good at it. But over time, you will learn to really enjoy being focused. But at the start, and even as you progress, you want to keep rewarding yourself after you've done it. So after you've ticked it off, reflected on it, you want to fully rest, you want to fully reward yourself, pat yourself on the back and close the door for deep work for the day. This is how you keep going. This is how you don't feel burnt out. So I hope that you learned some key principles from deep work today. If you want my deep work template, you can click on the link in the description for free, and you can use it for your business, for your deep work sessions, and it'll just really help you with your writing down your intentions, getting you to reflect on it, and creating a reward for yourself. Thank you. Bye-bye.